It is tearing families apart. It is tearing apart couples. It is ruining people's lives.
This did not happen overnight. It will not go away overnight. But there is some hope, but it still is happening. And we all just have to remain vigilant.
And I think there's so much divisiveness and anger about it, and that sort of tribalism or whatever you want to call it, where there's this group and we have the answers and everybody else is wrong, and if you speak against it, then you're our enemy.
It's very easy for people who are in an extremist and already kind of extreme in what they believe to take on other extreme beliefs, and conspiracy theories are something that's used all the time to rile up the base.
This is Mick West, author of the book Escaping the Rabbit Hole. He says that conspiracy theories have been used at the center of extreme groups for well over 1,000 years.
Usually against some ethnic group who's outside of the current ethnic group, and that ethnic group gets blamed for the ills in society. Like if there's a famine, then it's blame the Jews. Or if there's some kind of, something else goes wrong, it's blame the Jews. If the economy crashes, blame the Jews. And so you always have this group to blame. And so it's this kind of de facto conspiracy theory.
She joined a conspiracy group. She could talk about aliens, but then they were talking about all these other things, and she just got sucked right in, like the Deep State Mapping Project and all these things. It's just like, what, where are you? I don't know. I just felt like I lost her.
Social media is designed to keep you interacted with whatever the forum you're on.
What keeps you on a social media platform? Friends, memes, viral videos? Or is it the right combination of it all? But what if the information on your feed is skewed?
Because of the disinformation that's so prevalent, people in the same household even may see the same video but come to entirely different conclusions.
This is very similar to the popular meme, "What color do you see?" One photo that could have multiple opinions. So take away the harmless photo and replace it with a video that could have inaccurate information. One viral video that could start the divide among friends or even family members.
As we were seeing, the spread of that viral nature, something so visual, can truly spread like wildfire.
Because of something called the illusory truth effect, where the more you see something, the more you're going to believe it's true. The more that those viral videos happen, the more you are going to be convinced that's just how the brain works. Like, no amount of education can undo that.
Why do we believe and think the things that we do? Maybe it's our upbringing, who we associate with, or the type of information that is surrounding us. From streaming services to social platforms, we can customize the lives we want. Being influenced or even radicalized has never been easier.
Yeah, well, I mean, research has shown that extremists who get radicalized are usually radicalized on the internet. And so you have to kind of take that person out of the mainstream and give them kind of an alternative set of beliefs. And conspiracy theories, no matter what they are, kind of provide you with this alternative set of beliefs.
A couple days after the 6th, someone sent me a YouTube video of her with a couple other people on their way to DC, and the whole it's about 45 minutes long.
It's as if they've woken up. They're no longer a sheeple. They've been red-pilled. They've been given the red pill to come out of this consensual hallucination that we're all in, and they are the ones who are awake.
To see her wearing all these American flags and screaming, "I'm a patriot," and then watching the rally, and like knowing she believed those things was one thing, but then to see a video of her on the front of the Capitol marching next to neo-Nazis, this woman who is so beautiful and so loving, really emotional. I don't know what to do. Save her. I want to help, but I don't. It feels like everything you say is just more fuel to prove the thing they believe.
And for them, it's a wonderful feeling because they feel like they've discovered the truth about the world, and they've given their own lives some meaning because they feel like they are fighting fighting against this evil. Essentially, everybody who was there, pretty much, who invaded the Capitol building, was a believer in a conspiracy theory. They believed the conspiracy theory that the election had been stolen by the Democrats, and they were going there really on the basis of that belief.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have had several relationships kind of went sideways.
From a broken friendship to a split household, Jared's real-life experiences have been shadowed by his own family.
It's frustrating and it's heartbreaking to see, especially the principles and the values that I feel like I got from these individuals that have served me really well. Feeling like those are just being jettisoned in the name of whatever this is.
In recent years, Jared's work has taken him to the border, helping families seeking asylum.
And so I was having that experience while talking to members of my family about what I was seeing and being told in real time that that wasn't happening.
It's not even real, and they are really bad people. That is the narrative his family continued to tell him. This is the moment that started the rift in their relationship.
And so, I mean, it was one thing to be told that while I'm reading this, but to be standing right in front of it, 5 minutes from the border, receiving families who just got here. And like that was just a collision that I wasn't ready for. I especially wasn't expecting to get that reaction from my family when I was there.
The mental health suffers and the social health suffers. They end up becoming socially isolated, and it creates these rifts within families and between partners. People end up getting divorced, families end up not talking to each other, and it can be very detrimental. So I think that's kind of the reason why I fight against it.
And Mick isn't the only one fighting.
Hi, welcome back to QAnon 101. They call that event the storm. They've predicted that the storm was happening like once a month for the last 2 years.
Abby Richards is a science communicator and comedian. In recent weeks, she's gone to TikTok to combat the spread of misinformation, hitting over 2 million likes on the platform.
The thing about doomsday predictions is when they fail, which is about 100% of the time so far, they can lead to depression. I get DMs every single day, like lots of DMs every single day about people who have lost their mom or dad or grandparents or brother or sister or daughter or son or like whoever it is. They can't find resources for how to bring those people back.
One of Abby's top videos is the conspiracy chart she created, starting from grounded in reality, things that actually happened, like the FBI spying on John Lennon, working upwards to stuff we have questioned, UFOs, the Denver International Airport, and up to being detached from reality. She calls this place the anti-Semitic point of no return.
I hate to say it, but we've reached the anti-Semitic point of no return. Once we pass the anti-Semitic point of no return, that's where everything comes down to there is an evil group controlling the world, lying to you, everything's been a lie. These ones are fundamentally really like always anti-Semitic because of their origin, which would really be the protocols of the Elders of Zion.
The Elders of Zion is a piece of literature from the early 1900s. It was a conspiracy that the Jewish elites were plotting to take over the world.
Not real, but now, thanks to them, the foundation of all of these conspiracy theories, really.
The foundation is being repackaged and being used as recruiting tools across the internet and the gaming world today.
Online social media is the single greatest recruitment tool that these extremists have ever had and are using. Gaming is in many ways the new frontier, and in certain ways is almost a decade behind social media when it comes to content moderation.
Viral videos play a huge role. I talk to a lot of people about how they got into conspiracy theories, and almost invariably they will mention a particular video saying the storm is coming and things like that. And these are those very well put together videos that are put together using the techniques of propaganda. So these videos, they open the door for people. And once they've opened that door, they tend to watch more and more videos because they enjoy it so much. Once you've drank the initial Kool-Aid, then you get a taste for it and you want to drink more.
This is not necessarily like a bunch of evil people who have chosen to become radicalized. That's not how this works. These are people that we love and we care about who were exposed to a lot of false information. And that's the first step in trying to help them to have conversations to hopefully bring some of these people back to reality.
It just kind of organically stopped. I didn't want it to, of course, and I miss her still, and I love her. The last thing I did was text her last Christmas that I loved her, and then I realized she was doing her own thing, but I still loved her, and that's all I could really say. I didn't know what else to say at that time. Yeah, I should probably reach out. Yeah.
We have to be able to create a space for people to acknowledge that, yeah, they got that one wrong, to not be ready to just dance on somebody's reputational grave if they're willing to admit that they screwed it up. I mean, that discourages people from coming out and saying, yeah, you know, I got this wrong. But it also takes someone to just acknowledge it.
People who are into conspiracy theories often like to think that they have a very open mind because they're believing in these unusual things. But you need to challenge them to have a genuinely open mind, which means actually looking at more than just one side. There's another side at least, and often there's a whole bunch of different perspectives that you can look at. So have a genuinely open mind and look at all the perspectives.
Going beyond our feeds and widening the amount of information could be a quick and easy solution that could save relationships. It's easy to get caught up in social media and doom scroll for hours. So take a step back and ask yourself, why do I believe in the things that I do? And be willing to have an open mind to whatever the answer may be.
Hey everyone, Cody Broadway here. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out the NBCLX YouTube channel. Be sure to click here for more videos and also click here to subscribe to join the NBCLX community.